Have you noticed subtle changes in someone you love? Small things that feel off, but you can't quite explain why? Maybe they're more tired than usual, eating less, or just not themselves anymore. Most people think death in old age comes suddenly. But what if I told you the body often whispers before it shouts? The truth is, there are 5 subtle signs that someone may be in their final year of life. Warnings that are easy to miss, but impossible to ignore once you know what to look for. Missing these signs doesn't just mean being unprepared, it can mean lost chances. To say what matters most, to ease their suffering, to give them dignity in their final months. But here's the thing. If you know what to watch for, you can make a difference, a real difference. Stay with me, because in this video, we're going to uncover the 5 signs an elderly person may be in their final year, and why recognizing them now could change everything. Don't wait until it's too late to give the care, love, and peace they deserve. Number 1. Significant weight loss. It often starts with small things. So small you might not even notice at first. A favorite pair of pants suddenly feels loose. The belt that once fit just right now needs another notch. Plates that used to be cleared at dinner, barely touched. You might chalk it up to a bad appetite or being tired. But here's what many people don't realize. Significant, unintentional weight loss in an elderly loved one is often one of the first signs that the body is beginning to slow down, and in some cases, shut down. These changes happen so quietly that you don't even notice them. Maybe they start skipping meals, or they say food doesn't taste the same anymore. You might notice old favorites, things they once loved, left untouched on the plate. It's not just about eating less. Sometimes, the body stops absorbing nutrients the way it used to, causing the body's energy to be depleted. That's when the muscles gradually weaken. Day by day, the weight drops, and with it, so does vitality. This gradual weight loss is rarely a benign sign. It's a message from the body, a message that says things are beginning to change in ways that are much deeper than we might want to admit. When families notice these changes, they often become concerned. Many try to solve the problem by forcing the person to eat more, but this often fails to address the underlying cause. Instead, it can lead to unnecessary stress and pressure. As one expert puts it, gradual weight loss is rarely a harmless sign. It is a message from the body, a message that things are changing in ways that are much more profound than we would like to admit. But knowing this gives you power. It allows you to respond with compassion instead of confusion, to shift the focus from trying to fix the eating to offering comfort, dignity, and presence. If you've seen these changes in someone you care about, you're not alone. And this knowledge can be your guide to navigating the journey ahead, step by step, with love and understanding. Number 2, extreme fatigue and weakness. As we age, fatigue and weakness become everyday experiences. But there is another kind of fatigue, a deep exhaustion that goes beyond just ordinary tiredness. It is an exhaustion that persists even when we are well rested. Walking across a room, or even just having a conversation, can feel like climbing a mountain. Every step, every word seems to require an unimaginable effort. You may notice your loved one resting more, napping during the day, or struggling to keep their eyes open during meals. Yet, despite being well-rested, they still seem exhausted. This is not just a symptom of aging, but also a sign that the body is working hard to conserve what little energy it has left. And it doesn't just affect the physical, it affects the emotional as well. Many people feel frustrated and ashamed about it. One man named Robert, 84, put it this way: "I used to fix everything around the house. Now I'm tired just standing up. It's like my body has betrayed me." Losing that independence can feel like losing a part of yourself. Why does this happen? As the body enters its final stages, organs like the heart and lungs begin to slow down. According to the National Institute on Aging, reduced heart function means less oxygen reaches the muscles and brain, making even small movements feel overwhelming. It's not just physical, it's emotional too. Many people feel frustrated or even embarrassed that they can't do the things they used to. This can lead to withdrawal from social activities and a loss of confidence. One caregiver shared, "My father was always active, loved walking in the park, but in his final year, just getting to the porch tired him out. I could see how it hurt his pride, and it broke my heart." This kind of extreme fatigue isn't just about growing old. It's the body's way of conserving its remaining energy, a quiet signal that things are changing. So, what can you do? This is where your presence matters most. Instead of encouraging them to push through, help create a space where rest is respected and small moments are cherished. Conversations at their pace. Gentle walks, if possible. Simply sitting together in silence can be powerful. And there's more to come. In the next chapter, we'll talk about a sign that often goes unnoticed, but when you know what to look for, it can help you offer even more meaningful support. Number 3, increased cognitive confusion or withdrawal. What if one day, the people you've known your whole life suddenly feel like strangers? Or the stories you've told 1,000 times vanish like smoke? As we age, one of the most noticeable signs is cognitive decline and social withdrawal. These are signs that the mind is preparing for the end of life. Imagine a person sitting by a window, looking out, unable to recognize familiar faces or simple words. That is a picture of slow cognitive decline. You can see it in the distant look as they sit quietly, staring out the window, lost in thought they don't even know they're thinking. Their hands caress a familiar photograph, but the name behind the face eludes them. Conversations stall mid-sentence. Words seem out of reach, as if they're on the tip of their tongue, but never quite arrive. They may repeat themselves, forget names, or lose track of time even if they've never had memory problems before. This decline is more than just forgetfulness, experts say. It involves reduced blood flow and oxygen to the brain, leading to headaches, disorientation, and memory loss, according to the Alzheimer's Association. These changes can cause a once active and talkative person to become quiet and withdrawn. This affects not only the person with the disease, but also their family. They might not want to join in family dinners or phone calls. For families, this change can be heartbreaking. One woman, Judith, shared, "My mother used to be very active and loved to talk. Now she often sits alone, staring out the window without saying a word. It's a profound change, and it's heartbreaking to see." In moments like these, patience becomes a gift to them. Communicate gently in a soft voice, simple and friendly words. A welcome touch can bring comfort, even when words are no longer effective. Avoid overwhelming them with long conversations or too many questions. Sometimes, just sitting together in silence or sharing a song from the past can bring comfort. Your calm energy can be an anchor in their confusion. If you've seen this in someone close to you, share your story in the comments. Your words might offer hope to someone else walking this path right now. And while confusion may dim the mind, there's another sign that touches the very rhythm of life itself: a slowing heartbeat and irregular breathing. In the next chapter, we'll explore how the body signals it's nearing the end, and what families can do in these deeply intimate moments. Number 4. Frequent infections and slow healing. As we age, our immune systems weaken, making us more susceptible to infections and slower to recover. This happens because blood circulation decreases and organ function slows down, making it harder for our bodies to fight off infections. Instead of focusing on curing these illnesses, we need to shift our focus to providing comfort for our loved ones. For some, these are more than just annoyances. They're signs the body is slowing down in ways we can't always see. As blood flow slows and body functions begin to fail, even the simplest treatments become less effective. Antibiotics that once worked wonders seem to be powerless, leaving your loved one on a constant course of treatments that never seem to work. It's a reminder that your body is giving up and can no longer fight back like it once did. Common infections such as colds, urinary tract infections, and pneumonia become more frequent and more persistent. For example, a small cut may take longer to heal, or an infection may persist despite repeated treatment. This not only causes physical harm, but also creates the emotional burden of repeated visits to the hospital or clinic. For families, it's hard to watch. Hospital visits, feeling helpless as your loved one battles one infection after another. One caregiver, Paul, shared, "It wasn't the infections that broke my heart. It was seeing Mom so tired, in and out of the clinic, and knowing all she wanted was to be home." As one expert put it, "It's easy to get caught up in trying to cure these infections, but sometimes the miracle isn't in the cure, it's in the comfort." It's important that we show empathy and emotional support to loved ones facing these challenges. Helping them rest, sharing laughter, soft blankets, and favorite music. These small things matter more than we often realize. It's the quiet moments of tenderness, the soft touch on their hand, the reassurance that they are not alone that will truly make a difference in their well-being. Because in the end, it's not the wounds or the infections that define their journey. It's the love and care they receive along the way. Number 5. Major changes in breathing or circulation. In a quiet room, you hear the breathing fade and the rhythm of life slow. The breaths come in soft, irregular patterns, sometimes deep and fast, sometimes shallow and spaced out. You place a hand on their chest and feel the beat slow, then quiet for a moment, then resume like a fading drum. These small shifts might seem subtle, but they often mark the body's final, gentle signals. As the end of life nears, the heart and lungs start to wind down. Blood circulation slows. Oxygen begins to have difficulty moving through the body. Then, moments of stillness. Long pauses between breaths. Their hands and feet feel cooler, and their skin has a pale or bluish tint. These aren't just random changes. They're signs the body is preparing for rest, a deeper kind of rest. This leads to irregular breathing, what doctors call Cheney-Stokes respiration, and a weaker, sometimes erratic pulse. According to the National Institute on Aging, these changes are natural signs that the body is preparing for rest. Although this may start out subtle, over time it gradually becomes more noticeable. Some people also have increased shortness of breath, even with minimal activity. Just sitting up, talking, or changing positions can make them feel short of breath or breathless. You may notice them breathing through their mouth more often, or they may suddenly have to stop and catch their breath while talking. If they used to be able to walk across a room easily, but now have difficulty doing so, their lung function may be declining. And here's how you can make a difference. By understanding these signs, you can be there, not with fear, but with calm. you can help create a peaceful space, one filled with dignity and care. In a quiet room, you hear the breathing fade and the rhythm of life slow. The breaths come in soft, irregular patterns, sometimes deep and fast, sometimes shallow and spaced out. You place a hand on their chest and feel the beat slow, then quiet for a moment, then resume like a fading drum. These small shifts might seem subtle, but they often mark the body's final, gentle signals. As the end of life nears, the heart and lungs start to wind down. Blood circulation slows. Oxygen begins to have difficulty moving through the body. Then, moments of stillness, long pauses between breaths. Their hands and feet feel cooler, and their skin has a pale or bluish tint. These aren't just random changes. They're signs the body is preparing for rest, a deeper kind of rest. This leads to irregular breathing, what doctors call Cheney-Stokes respiration, and a weaker, sometimes erratic pulse. According to the National Institute on Aging, these changes are natural signs that the body is preparing for rest. Although this may start out subtle, over time it gradually becomes more noticeable. Some people also have increased shortness of breath, even with minimal activity. Just sitting up, talking, or changing positions can make them feel short of breath or breathless. You may notice them breathing through their mouth more often, or they may suddenly have to stop and catch their breath while talking. If they used to be able to walk across a room easily but now have difficulty doing so, their lung function may be declining. And here's how you can make a difference. By understanding these signs, you can be there, not with fear, but with calm. You can help create a peaceful space, one filled with dignity and care.